Amy Presley, and I have the privilege and honor of being the principal here at Blue Valley Northwest. On behalf of the Northwest family, I'd like to welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2021, the 28th graduating class of Blue Valley Northwest. At this time, will you please join us as our senior members of the Blue Valley Northwest Choir sing the Star Spangled Banner. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Coordinating an event like this takes many hours of planning and hard work. I'd like to thank Assistant Principal Andrew Addington, Administrative Assistants Carrie Clark and Jamie Berry, and our senior class sponsor Elizabeth Warren for all their hard work in planning this wonderful event. Please join me in thanking them as well as the many others who had a part in planning this wonderful ceremony. Members of the class of 2021, board members, school district officials, staff members, family, and friends, it's indeed a privilege to be here this evening to share in this special ceremony. This graduation represents the fulfillment of much hard work and effort on the part of our community, our parents and guardians, relatives, and many others. Students, we're extremely proud of you and your accomplishments. It's my privilege to introduce the guests on the platform this evening. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Mrs. Amy Teisling, Board of Education President. Mrs. Michelle Benjamin, Board of Education Vice President. Current board members, Mr. Tom Mitchell, Mrs. Jody Dietz, Mr. Patrick Hurley, and Mr. Mike Seitz. Also on stage, Dr. Kahanya Merrigan, our superintendent, Dr. Katie Collier, our deputy superintendent, Dr. Kyle Hayden, deputy superintendent, and our honorary staff speaker, Mrs. Carrie Kinkler. Before we begin this evening, I want to wish our boys golf team, who were regional champions, best of luck as you compete Monday at state. I also want to congratulate our boys tennis team for being runners-up at state, our girls soccer team for being regional champs and playing in the quarterfinals on Tuesday, our girls swim and dive, who took 7th place at state yesterday, as well as our track and field participants who qualified for state. What an amazing group of young people. Also, it was so nice to see all of our performing arts groups get to have a chance to have in-person concerts, and as you can see by the band who played this evening and the students who performed, we have such amazing talent at Blue Valley Northwest. Our first honorary senior performers will be Cameron Quick and Sharir Ramanujan. Cameron is the son of Matt and Christina. This fall, Cameron will attend the medical program at UMKC, and Sharir is the son of Sam and Arur, and this fall he will attend Columbia University, majoring in economics. Class of 2021, I give you Cameron and Sharir.
Dear class of 2021.
Does everyone have their cameras on?
No one's laughing. I think they forgot to unmute themselves.
Okay, I think we got our mandatory Zoom joke in.
You would not believe the number of hours we spent crafting this speech. If our graduation speech ideas were pieces of trash, the landfill would be full. The amount of time we spent brainstorming, formulating ideas, listening to Naomi James give us feedback, scribbling and erasing, only to click, hold, highlight, and delete.
It's sad.
So, we did what we always do when creativity is dry.
We went to YouTube.
We watched an hour of speeches from years past and noticed a common theme weaving through each one.
Dear class of 1999, we did it. We made it.
The future is here!
The future is now.
Our futures, they are so bright!
We are a family and will always stick together.
So overdone.
Now, there are kernels of truth in these high school cliches. For example, we all know that sophomore year was the awkward, smelly, and overlooked middle child of our Husky family. We can say that because we're both the youngest.
But honestly, another reminder of the non-stop work that we're supposed to do in order to be successful is something that we're just not here to preach.
You see, high school is expected to be our training ground. We've been told from a young age to plan our future, to find what we want to major in, and to do everything we can right now to prepare ourselves for it. You know what they don't tell us to do? Take a break.
I've always wondered about that secret sauce that pro runners use to reach the top. To run 10 miles in the time it takes me to run 3. I thought it was probably a balanced concoction of weightlifting, interval training, and that strange pickle juice that Tyreek Hill drinks. Turns out, it's really just sleep. The best athletes are pros at relaxing when they're not actively training, and apparently for good reason. A study found that sleeping 10 hours a night for 7 weeks dramatically increased their runner's speed. Unfortunately, few in this class have experienced the enlightenment of 10 hours rest. We've seen each other's sleeping habits in science class when the teacher turns off the lights for a documentary, beginning a 47-minute cycle of the head bob, where your chin droops and snaps back up right before the teacher gives a scan to make sure everyone's watching. I think I've seen some head bobs in the crowd tonight. I get it. It's my bedtime too.
But we're not just here to tell you to relax, though that is important. We're here to tell you to take a break. Take a break from what you know, or what you think you know. Sharpened athletes do whatever it takes to keep their bodies like a temple. No gluten diets, no carb diets, no fun diets. Imagine if we invested that same amount of attention into building our minds. We've reached a crossroads and there are two choices. One is to take the beaten, dangerous path of groupthink, one responsible for clickbait, misinformation, and polarization of society. Take a break from that enticing groupthink. Do your own research, open yourself up to different perspectives, and reach your own conclusions about the world. The ability for us to take that intellectual risk is what distinguishes exceptional Blue Valley graduates from everyone else. Now, we know what you're thinking. Let's take a break from this speech. We hope you don't.
Any musician knows that taking a break is essential to making music. World-renowned Italian-American maestro
And BVW orchestra conductor.
Michael Stephen Arbucci once said, "The rest in between the notes is just as important to music as the notes themselves. The silence is what counts."
Music indirectly teaches us that sometimes you do not have to have the most important role in an ensemble. That sometimes it's necessary to listen to others before you listen to yourself. That those simple bars of silence are the composers giving us the time to enjoy the music around us.
Take a break from familiarity. Many of us will be leaving our hometown this fall, whether that means going to Lawrence or studying all the way across the Atlantic Ocean. When thinking about life post-high school, many emphasize sticking to your roots and relying on the friends who've been by your side since kindergarten.
Now, we are not saying block all your friends on Snapchat.
But do open yourselves up to new exploration, to new friendships, knowing that your family, your lifelong friends, and your high school memories will always be with you. Crack a joke in your 200-person lecture. Say hi to the kid with the mullet in your math class. Or jump on one of those electric scooters that you always thought you were too cool to use. Take a break from comfort and push the limits of who you know yourself to be.
Now, we know this all might sound a bit grandiose, but the experts
Us,
say this. Be bold. Make impulsive decisions. Try the pizza at a downtown corner that says,
Best pizza in the world!
just don't blame us if you get food poisoning. Take a break. By taking time away from the ideas, places, and activities that you've always stuck to, you'll be able to figure out what's truly fulfilling to you. Now, despite what your parents may say, med school might not be the best choice if you hate science.
As you leave Blue Valley Northwest, take the advice that Travelocity has etched into its commercials. Go and smell the roses! Don't let these next few years set you on a path of complacency. Figure out who you really are and who you want to be.
Take stock of where you're really going, because from this point on, your life is in your hands. Take a break. Go Ski.
Thank you, gentlemen. Finally, our honorary senior musical performer will be Matthew Gaffrick. He will be performing You Raise Me Up by Josh Groban. Matt is the son of Stephen and Gretchen, and this fall, Matt will be attending K-State University, majoring in pre-physical therapy on the biology track. Class of 2021, I give you Matt.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Thank you, Matt. Each year, the graduating class selects a staff member to deliver their honorary commencement address. The class of 2021 has selected Mrs. Carrie Kinkler to be this year's speaker. Carrie is a member of our Northwest Math and AVID team and serves as a mentor for new teachers to the profession. She attended the University of Kansas for both her bachelor and master's degree. In 2000, she earned her bachelor's degree in science with distinction in mathematics education, and in 2003, she earned her master's degree in education. She's also earned her national board certification in teaching. She and her husband, AK, have 2 children, Bailey, who will be a 9th grader here next year, and Larson, who will join the Huskies in 2 years. Class of 2021, I give you Mrs. Kinkler.
Good evening, class of 2021, family, friends, and colleagues. It is so nice to be here together in person, celebrating this day in this amazing class. Graduates, thank you for sharing your evening with me. It is truly an honor. To say that your high school journey took you to unexpected places is likely the greatest understatement I could make. As you opened your time capsules this past week, I highly doubt any of you made such bold predictions of the unexpected path we would all be taking. 4 years ago, you began your days at Blue Valley Northwest and began to form your own identities as Huskies. We watched you grow in the classroom, on the field, on the stage, and more. As you entered your upperclassmen years, you became leaders in these halls. Then suddenly your high school days became something totally new, as we all found ourselves in an unexpected place with more time and solitude than we could imagine. Maybe you spent this time at home learning a new hobby, catching up on time with family, exercising, or binge watching more shows than you'd like to admit. Maybe you, like the Kinkler house, watched 32 Marvel movies in sequential order. Yeah. But I also wonder if you, like me, also found yourself learning some unexpected lessons during this time. First, I imagine that this unforeseen path taught many of us a heightened appreciation for some things, people, and experiences that have become blended into everyday life. I never realized how much I would miss the simple chatter and chaos of spending my lunch with many of you during Husky halftime. I could not have been more grateful to be surrounded by a noisy classroom this spring after the silence of Zoom. While I always appreciated a solid head nod, camera on, thumbs up or smile, it could not compare to being back with you in person. Many of you likely have a new appreciation for being able to play in a ball game, perform a concert to a live audience, work with peers in class on a project, or simply go back to work. Personally, I know that I have learned a deeper gratitude for so many people, experiences, and freedoms, and I'm confident that I'm not alone here. I believe that many of us also learned something about resilience. This ability to bounce back from hardship that we always hear so much about was put to the test. I am certain that some of you learned you were more resilient than you thought. You were able to rise above new, hard situations while you showed inner strength that had not been tested in such a way. If we are honest though, I also wonder if there are some of you who discovered you weren't actually as resilient as you thought you were. And perhaps that's just as likely of a great lesson to learn, so that you now can recognize it and be ready next time life's curves come your way. Last, the poignant lesson of life's unpredictability showed itself to all of us. Students, this past year is likely not the perfect senior year you pictured for yourself. And no matter how hard you tried, you could not fix or control everything. Some of you have heard my favorite quote from the book, When Breath Becomes Air, and I just can't resist sharing it once again. In it, the author, Paul Kalanithi, is reflecting on some of life's hardships when he states, "You can't ever reach perfection, but you can believe in an asymptote toward which you are ceaselessly striving." For those of you who have not been in a math classroom lately, simply said, an asymptote is a line that a curve will get closer and closer to without ever actually touching. I love this quote, not only because it references the word asymptote outside of a math textbook, but also because it references the journey of trying to get closer and closer to life's perfection, despite a knowledge and acceptance that it is often unattainable. This acceptance of life's imperfect and unpredictable nature, balanced with the continued willingness to still make the best of it and keep going, is one of the greatest lessons we can all learn. Graduates, years from now, you may not remember many of the academic concepts and facts you've spent so many of your days here and on Zoom learning. But my hope is that of the things you carry with you from your high school days is a confidence that you will have a tremendous advantage over so many because you have learned some of life's hardest lessons earlier than many of us had to. And from this great challenge, you have gained strength and will be able to accomplish incredible things. Congratulations, class of 2021, and my sincerest thanks for the difference you have made in my life. I cannot wait to see how you will make an impact on this world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Kinkler, for sharing your thoughts with us. All of the successes and accomplishments that happen at Blue Valley Northwest could not be achieved without motivated students, caring parents and guardians, and a great faculty and staff. I'd like to take a few minutes to share with you some of the information about this wonderful faculty which make up our Blue Valley Northwest family. As you can see, the faculty members are seated on either side of the candidates. Each faculty member is wearing the academic regalia that identifies their highest degree and the institute or college from which they received that degree. At Blue Valley Northwest, we have 115 certified staff members, in addition to 54 paras, aides, custodians, and secretaries that make up our support staff. Among the teaching staff, there are 93 that hold master's degree, 1 holds a specialist, and 3 hold doctorates. And together, they have 1,421 years of teaching in Blue Valley. Blue Valley Northwest faculty, will you please stand up? Audience, will you help me thank these professionals for a job well done? As I bid farewell to the class of 2021, I'd like to thank you for all that you've done for Northwest. As I told you yesterday, it's not about who you were when you got to Northwest. What's more important is who you've become. 720 days ago, I asked you, what kind of Husky are you going to become? I'm excited and proud to share that you've become all that we hoped and more. Even through the craziest year ever, you had drive, determination, and grit. You took whatever came at you and made the best of it. I'm proud of each of you and for all that you have overcome the last 15 months. You are a very special class and will forever have a special place in my heart. Because of each of you, Northwest is a better place. You will not be forgotten. I wish you the best of luck wherever life takes you, and always remember, once a Husky, always a Husky. The class of 2021 have selected faculty to read names of the graduates. Reading names this evening will be Mrs. Laura Deffer, Mrs. Amanda Ford, Mrs. Carrie Hillen, Mr. Rob Meacham, Mrs. Erin E.K. Pearson, Mr. Todd Peterson, and Mrs. Carrie Schumacher. Will the graduating class of 2021 please stand? The faculty and administration of Blue Valley Northwest High School are recommending each of you for graduation. You've completed the requirements for a high school diploma as set forth by the state of Kansas, the Department of Education, and the Blue Valley Unified School District. Members of the Board of Education and Board President Amy Teisling, on behalf of the Blue Valley School District, it is my pleasure to present to you the Blue Valley Northwest Class of 2021 for receipt of their diplomas. Would the first row please come to the platform? The rest of you may be seated.
Lillian Page Accord. Ella Marie Adelman. Praman R. Adhikari. Ria Agarwal. Nair Misbah Ahmed. Ahem Nidal Alahamud. Bailey Ann Ali. Andrew Patrick Allen. Angelique Aliyah Allen. Genevieve Elizabeth Ansay. Allison Sophia Argueño. Casey John R. Scott. Michael Ryan R. Scott. Katrina Adriana Arvanatakis. Harris Ashfaq. Alexis Caroline Atchley. Omar Abdel Aish. Elizabeth Lillian Backer. Ellie Elise Bale. Maximilian Xavier Bandy. Hallie Christine Benegas. Caroline Lorraine Barker. Brendan Charles Bartholomew. Jacob Ryan Bartlett. Riley Ray Beach. Nicholas Keone Bebida. William Patrick Beamer. Gabrielle Elise Belfus. Dylan Michael Bell. Acacia Lori Bennett. Jack Alexander Bensing. Benjamin Henry Bissett. Ethan Garrett Bissett. Samuel J. Bevel. Mayan Bhagavan. Sid Deepak Barucha. Natalie Victoria Bianchi. Colton Alexander Black. Dyson Matthew Bachholt. Grant C. Bowen. Cameron Marie Bowie. Kylie Maria Braun. Mary Jane Catherine Bro. Jeremy Paul Bredemeyer. Allison Nicole Brenneman. Matthew Joseph Bridges. Savannah Alexis Bridges. Lauren Elizabeth Briscoe. Benjamin Adam Brick. Matthew Frederick Brown. Madeline Lee Bryan.
Henry J. Buckley. Tessa Marie Buckley. Toom Bowie. Samuel Scott Burkett. Nicholas Gerard Campen. Isabel Kathleen Carroll. Paul Stephen Carter. Amanda Silva Carvalho. Catherine Renee Case. Jonathan James Cassidy. Andrea Lauren Cervantes. Christian Mark Chamberlain. Caleb Hoyen Chan. Jack Edward Chapman. Mateo Chavez. Joe Chen. Madison J. Clark. Marnie Catherine Clark. Leo Clennon. Marguerite Elizabeth Collier. Trace Hank Coop. Cade David Cowdrey. Madison Elaine Cowell. Jacqueline Reese Craig. Samuel Joseph Tirado. Grace Maria Davis. Hannah Elizabeth Davis. McKenna Lee Davis. Sadie Nicole Decker. Emily Rose Del Vecchio. John Hugh Dennis. Blaine Allen Deppie. Ria Achel Desai. Cooper Adair DeSalvo. Natalie Rose Detmer. Cameron Grace Dillavue. Andrew Wen Din. Justin Walter James Dinkle. Matthew Donovan. Addison Catherine Douglas. Caroline Emerson Douglas. Allison May Dragoo. Aaron Ping Du. Tanuj Varma Dunthaluri. Devin Michael Dias. Ava Joe Eaton. Megan Elizabeth Edwards. Ethan Eugene Elston. William Maxwell Enslin. Shannon May Fagan. Brent D. Fallon. Courtney Marie Farley. Avery Jane Feather. Davis Boston Fine.
Alexander Brian Fink. Anne Marie Fisher. Georgia May Fife. Erin Elizabeth Fitzgerald. Caroline Grace Flanagan. Hannah Grace Ford. Haley Marie Foster. Caitlin Marie Foster. Maverick James Foster. Declan L. Franey. Benjamin Stanford Fritz. Rosemary Jaiwan Fu. Matthew Stephen Gaffrick. Ashley Valerie Gamboa. Sydney Gray Cortez Ghana. Amita Ranjani Ganesh. Ashton Brooke Garms. Belle Rose Gaddis. Emma Elizabeth Gow. Taylor Grace Galter. Ian Joseph Gaines. Alex Leon Gibson. Nathan Charles Gibson. Matab S. Gill. Bailey Lee Gladfelter. Tristan Sky Glenn. Carolyn K. Goddard. Trent Aaron Gould. Delaney R. Granholm. Emily Shay Graves. Garrett Michael Green. Evan Thomas Green. Abby Elise Griffin. Rex Philip Brismore. Dominique Yvonne C. Gruta. Skylar Grace Guarini. Frank Tinghao Guo. Anna Cecilia Gutierrez Torres-Bien. Kobe Dak Ha. Harsa Habibi. Edward Hadel. Margaret Ann Hadley. Virginia Rose Hale. Kyle Garrett Lucas Hamera. Noah Landon Hammond. Colin Hanson. Julia Alexandra Hassan. Carson Allen Hawk. Hannah Elizabeth Hawkins. Evan Connor Heaton. Alexander John Heidenreich. Constance Ann Harris. Owen Jude Harris. Summer Elizabeth Harold.
Austin Tyler Hill. Cohen Eli Hill. Michael Raymond Hill. Madison May Hokenadel. Abigail Elizabeth Hoffman. Bailey Marie Holzclaw. Robert Fitzpatrick Horn. Kyson Rock Howard. Samuel Owen Howard. Joshua Daniel Hoyler. Mary Olivia Hungerford. Adri Eileen Hunt. Ethan Thomas Hunt. Ella Kate Hutnick. Hayden August Irwin. Jonathan Daniel Isaacson. Rochelle Joy Jackson. Sneha Mary Jacob. Tristan Jonathan Jacobs. Naomi Louise James. Hannah Olivia Jameson. Shreya Jita. Carly Ray Johansson. Caleb Lee Johnson. Emma Grace Johnson. Parker Ian Jones. Ryan Robert Cadeby. Minjae Kang. Brady Keller Kaplan. Amanpreet Kaur. Avi Mendel Keating. Ethan Harold Keating. Kelly Kemper. Rabia Rashid Khan. Jessica Dayoon Kim. Lauren Elizabeth Klein. Aiden Lee Knopf. Drew Patrick Knutson. Nathan Kadali. Clara Cadella. Allison Julia Kono. Allison Victoria Cordy. Ethan Y. Kasiaglu. Zoe Nora Kosmicki. Courtney Ann Krebs. Grace Elizabeth Krieger. Maitri Maya Krishna. Ian Robert Cruz. Rashad Kuchiwala. Kaylee Louise Kidasari. Keegan Patrick Kidasari. Risha Lada. George D. LaHood. Anastasia I. Lambert.
Yen Long. Owen Joseph Larson. Kyle Joseph Leathers. Isabel Pauline Lentfer. Jack William Levine. Joshua Jianchi Lee. Yu Win Lee. Lucas Stephen Leong. Seth Edward Leitenberg. Duncan James Lynn. Catherine Julia Lyon. Ella Marie Lyon. Jackson James Lyon. Haley Mai. Alina Malhi. Peachy Elaine Mollick. Nishat V. Mamnoon. Luke T. Maresh. Raymond Morangetza. Alton T. Mason. Lauren Elizabeth McCarty. Daniel William McCrary. Ian Michael McCrary. Connor Riley McCready. Corey Patrick McCready. Maggie Marie McCready. Simon Whittington Olson McManus. Austin Shea McNicholas. Madison Elizabeth Mead. Isaac M. Medeiros. Cole J. Miller. Grace Elizabeth Miller. Celia Simone Monroy Harris. Isabella Sophia Mosley. Emily Gail Mosier. Jacob Paul Mozak. Ryan Thomas Mulrennan. Nathan A. Monroe. Christopher Scott Munch. Joshua John Murdoch. Brianna Grace Musat. Nikita S. Muthanini. Rohan Nair. Haley Nicole Nance. Shravya Narahari. Henry John Nelson.
Griffin Gregory Norvell. Connor Lawrence O'Brien. Emma Elizabeth Oliver. Madeline Lucille Oliver. Anthony Phillips Ontiveros. Catherine Nicole Palmer. Vidur Krishna Pandrapalli. Jesus Pantoja Moreno.
Mackenzie Elizabeth Paul. Veda Gayatri Penmecha. Grigori Walker Pepe. Isabella Brown Perkin. Anna Grace Peters. Alyssa Catherine Peterson. Maury Elizabeth Peterson. Amy Guadalupe Ponce Cardenas. Charles David Poolman. Lydia Claire Pope. Morgan Lynn Porter. Elsie James Puppet. Cameron Matthew Quick. Marissa Juliana Quiroga. Rabia Iqbal Qureshi. Armina Aliyah Rahil. Luke Allen Rato. Skylar Jaden Rains Semato. Michaela Brianne Racolta. Shore Anirudh Ramanujan. Rowan Campbell Rainey. Charles Bernard Router. Ankush Chada Reddy. Aaron Carol Reese. Derek Joseph Ruffalo. Paige Elizabeth Rigdon. Lauren Nicole Ringenberg. Bella Rose Rennie. Bo Robert Rennie. Michaela Rachel Rittmaster. Amelia Pope Roberts. Owen Francis Roberts. Joshua Andrew Robinson. Maxwell Jeremiah Robinson. Matthew X. Rogers. Joseph William Rodriguez. Seth Philip Rominger. Caroline Miller Rose. Emily Madison Roswell. Mary Catherine Rushoff. Ava Corrine Ruff. Ariana Jeanette Ruiz. Xavier Zeistas Rue. Megan McClure Briscoe. Dane Jordan Sadoff. Juan Basitos Salazar. Ava Lucille Samborski. Jacob Jarrett Sander. Annalie May Sandor. Rachel Sarf. Isabel Shane Shellhammer. Nathaniel Forrest Schemmel. Nicholas William Schemmel. Sophia Grace Schroer.
Kaya T. Schwartz. Mallory Drew Schwartz. Christian Lee Scott. Jordan Alexander Sanderson. Sophia Marie Shaw. Abigail Renee Shepard. Ankith Ray Shashapa. Olivia Rose Shin. William James Shinstein Jr. Lola Grace Shipman. Dylan James Schroyer. Eric Zachary Sinyovsky. Drake Galvin Smith. Isaiah John Smith. Liana Michelle Suarez de Almeida. Jenna Ray Saltwa. Calvin Kentaro Spilker. Alton James Stafford. Nolan Scott Stafford. Zachary Hugh Stark. Bryn Jean Stossilis. Ruth Elise Stoddard. Sydney Nicole Strimming. Jaden Avery Strickland. Nicholas Scott Sullivan. Suhan Syed. Bradley Bennett Taylor. Faith Michelle Tenbrock. Molly K. Thomas. Catherine Elizabeth Thornton. Carolyn Corinne Thurlby. Liam Gua Thurlby. Jean Tissot. William Reese Truesdale. Avion Deshawn Tucker. Jaden Nicole Underwood. Mark Daniel Underwood. Nikki Vahabi. Joseph John Valenti. William Andrew Bankrum. Pragathi S. Venkatesh. Edward Logan Villanueva. Frenchelle Joyce Villapena. Lucy Guinevere Vincent. Evelyn Amelia Vitale. Emily K. Vossen. Hannah Grace Walden. Abigail Marie Walker. Isaiah Matthew Walker. Presley Nicole Ward. David Robert Waxman. Kennedy Christine Wells. Delane Jane Wilson. David Burton Westerhouse. Jenna Kathleen Wayforth. Emerson Haley White. Tristan Gabriel White. Sydney Jade Willenbring. Madison Lynn Williams. Seth August Williams. Corey Elizabeth Winholtz. Amy Evelyn Winkler. Jane Ann Winkler. Lauren Dakota Wyman. Grace Meleon Yan. Jacob Nelson Yannetti. Samuel Johannes. Jared Carlson Young. Daniel Zing. Philip Lee Juong. Lucille Marie Zimmerman. Farhan Zufer.
Class of 2021, as a symbol of your graduation, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Now, will you please find your family and friends and turn and face them? Northwest families, it's my pleasure and honor to introduce to you the Blue Valley Northwest grads for the year 2021, the 28th graduating class.
This concludes our ceremony. Have a great evening.